Hello folks, in this one I'm going to show you how you can get a really cheap weekend breakaway with your kids. It's a little bit unorthodox, I guess, but I could be stating the bleeding obvious in this. But what I do think is a lot of people will have not considered this or perhaps poo-pooed the idea, and you can get a really good, cheap weekend break away with your kids. And I'm going to show you how right now. So what we're talking about here is the good old-fashioned British holiday camp, the caravan holiday. And lots of you will be thinking, oh, what load of rubbish, and it's so expensive for what you get. Well, you're wrong. There's just a way to do this where you can get a really, really cheap deal. So in a couple of weeks' time, I'm going with my family to Devon Cliffs, which is in Exmouth in Devon, not too far from Exeter. And we're going on a Friday, and it's going to cost 99 quid. But do you know how it's going to cost 99 quid? Well, we're going during term time. So what we do with this is typically pick up the kids after school on a Friday. We'll go to wherever the destination is. Sometimes we go really close to home, like literally within half an hour of our house. We then spend the Saturday there. Then we have most of the day on Sunday. And we go home on the Sunday night and get the kids to school on Monday morning. The reason we do that is because we can have several of these trips every year, and the kids absolutely love it. I must admit, as a 46-year-old man in a budget caravan, I do feel like I'm slumming it a bit at times. But there is a certain charm to it. I don't do tents, I don't do camping, anything like that. So there is a certain charm to doing this. And to be fair, the kids absolutely love it, and we always have a great time. Now, we don't always stay on the actual camp for very long, but sometimes they're just a great base for touring around. So if you went to try and hire a cottage or something in Devon for a weekend, it's going to cost you a lot of money. If you try and even get in a Premier Inn for a weekend in Devon, most of the time it's going to cost you quite a few quid. Where here we've got a swimming pool, we've got several amenities on site that appeal to the kids, but also we can just get in the car and go and visit some nice little towns and things during the day. So yeah, it's a good thing to do. Let's have a look at the pricing, and you'll see why what I'm saying hopefully makes sense. So when do you want to go? So the end of October is half term week. If you go on that Friday, it's going to cost you 355 quid for 3 nights. If you went for 4 nights, so that's Monday to Friday, it's going to cost you 429 quid. Look at that. If you went during the week, Monday to Friday, the week before, 55 quid. On the 28th, 429. It's scandalous, really, how these companies take advantage of school holidays. 7 days, again, it speaks for itself. You can go for 175 quid for a week there, or 535 there during half term. So we're actually going for 3 nights. We're going on the 4th of October, 185 quid at the moment, but when I booked it, it was 99. So let's have a look, say March next year. 69 quid. So you could have 4 adults in there for 69 quid for Friday to Monday. 59 on the 28th of March. The weather is usually getting not quite so atrocious by then. I'm not going to say getting better, because we don't really do better very often, do we? But there are bargains to be had if you just go during the school term. And as I said, if you do the Friday after school, come home on the Sunday evening, yes, you're missing out on a night in a caravan. But you get to have loads of these little breaks every year. Me and my wife absolutely love any kind of break away, and as do the kids. So, yes, occasionally we'll do something really nice, a really nice holiday in somewhere that's a bit more luxurious and all that kind of stuff. But we do lots of these little ones every year, and it keeps everyone going, I think. So, worth a look. I'm looking at the Haven website, but the same thing applies on most sort of caravan company websites. Got Ho Season, Park Dean, several others, and this almost always works. Just go during term time and look at Friday to Monday if you've got kids. Obviously, if you don't have any kids, the world is your oyster. You can get cheap trips away whenever you want, really. This even applies for centre parks, by the way. Not as much, because centre parks is extremely expensive, but you'll see the price of centre parks holidays massively more expensive during half term than they are at other times of the year. When my mum was alive, a couple of times we went to centre parks in like January and February before my daughter was at school. And we went for like 250 quid. I don't think those prices exist anymore, but I think you can still do it very, very cheaply. And if you don't have kids, going during school term time is fantastic. If you do have kids, still go during term time, but look at that Friday to Monday, albeit for you, it'll probably be Friday to Sunday. So yeah, just wanted to bring that to you. Lots of you watching this will think, well, we already do that or whatever, but lots of you, I think, have probably never considered it. And we hadn't until a few years ago. And we'd also never considered going to a place that's 20 minutes up the road. But does it really matter? If you're going to one of these places and you're going to spend a day in the swimming pool and messing around with the facilities that are there, and a lot of the haven sites have got pretty decent facilities, does it matter if you're 20 minutes away or if you're 2 hours away? Not really, I would suggest. Thanks for watching this one, folks. Please give it a thumbs up. Please subscribe to the channel. And don't forget to go to jetsetjimbo.com for all the nice links to useful things that you're going to need when you're booking travel, especially if you want to save a few quid, using the links via that website, jetsetjimbo.com. Sometimes some of those links throw me a few pence back when you make a booking using that link. So it's greatly appreciated if you do. I'll see you on the next one.